Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Adam here from Coleman, St. Bernards of Ohio. If you haven't hit the subscribe or like button on our page, please do it now. That helps us spread our message and information about the dogs, so people are getting high quality St. Bernards all throughout the country. Today I am going to talk about our buying process. Kind of, some people will call it a sales funnel in other parts of business or whatnot, but we just call it our sales process. Basically, when someone reaches out about a dog, what the process looks like for us. Usually somebody will send us a message, either a text message, a phone call, Facebook message, something like that, and they'll ask if we have any dogs available or when is our next litter coming up. And then, from there, we'll text them back and say, hey, yeah, we have a litter coming up, or yes, we have a couple puppies still available. And then, if the prospect or someone wants to take that a step further, we ask them to fill out an application, which we use through gooddog.com. It's kind of like the premier website for dog breeders. And so what that application does is it kind of lets us understand if they've had experience with the breed before, what their household's like, do they have any kids, do they have any other dogs, where did they hear about us, why do they think one of our dogs would be a good fit for them. And it's kind of a baseline to kind of understand, one, how serious the person is, and then two, what kind of household the dog's going to be going to. So it can tell you a lot about someone, if they're serious or not, because if they don't fill out an application, obviously they're not serious about buying a dog, and we could be spending that time educating, getting to know other clients. So if someone doesn't fill out an application, that's a no-go for us. We will not sell them a dog. It's just kind of a common courtesy, so it kind of lets us know more about them. Based on the application, we'll sit down as a team and we'll talk about the pros and cons of the living situation of the prospective clients, if they have other dogs, what their day-to-day looks like. Is the dog going to be getting enough attention? Is it going to be getting socialized? Is it a good fit for everybody involved? And then from there, we will set up a phone conversation with our clients. And again, that's a must for us, because you can really get to know somebody over the phone. Filling out an application and doing text messages and all that good stuff is great off the bat, but you really get to understand someone over the phone. So we like to have phone conversations with our clients about the dogs, and just to get to know one another. Is this someone I want to do business with? Is this someone that I can see us having a good working relationship? Because when we sell our dogs, we always tell people this isn't the end of the process, it's the beginning. We're not just there to sell you a dog and then never talk to you again. From our perspective, we put a ton of time and energy of our lives into this thing. So we want to see how these dogs develop, what their personalities look like, what do they do as they age, what kind of diets they're on. So that's one thing, is we got to have a phone conversation. And then from the phone conversation, I would say usually within the first 5 to 10 minutes I can tell if someone's going to be a good fit or not. But we do, talk about the phone interview and whatnot, what went well, what may or may not be a concern, again, just like the application. And then from there, we'll call the client back, or if we feel good enough over the phone, we'll tell them that we feel good about them putting a deposit on a dog. they may or may not have a dog picked out already. And typically, as long as a dog's about 4 or 5 weeks old, we'll feel okay assigning dogs to people, because that's when you can kind of understand their personality. So when we allow people to put deposits, let's say the dogs aren't born yet or they're just a couple weeks old, we always like to make recommendations that, you know, you can pick out whatever dog you would like, unless we feel extremely uncomfortable about the situation, like this dog's way too high energy, you're looking for a very low energy dog. But most of the cases it's not like that. People will listen to what we have to say. You know, obviously we spend 8 weeks with these dogs. We know the mother and the father very well, obviously, means that they're our pets. But we'll usually wait for about 4 or 5 weeks until we'll let people actually pick their dog out. And then from there, you know, we'll send them a deposit. And what that shows is that they're committed to your program and to that dog. Without the commitment, if someone, you know, says they want to put a deposit down, and we've gone through the application process, we've gone through the phone interview, we've gone through all that, and then it comes to the deposit, and let's say it's been a couple days and they don't put a deposit down, we'll actually resend that deposit back to us. So like, we will take the deposit away, is what I'm trying to say. And then that usually will get their attention. Some people have busy lives, we get that, but in all fairness, we want to give everyone equal opportunity to purchase one of our dogs and to get the puppy they want. So if someone's beating around the bush about the deposit, we might just give them a kind reminder like, hey, you still haven't put a deposit down, and there are other people asking about this particular dog. So once they put the deposit down, after that, we send updated pictures weekly to them, videos. We try to answer any other questions that they might have, let them know what the dog's going to go home with. And then the other big thing is transportation, because we do sell a lot of dogs in other states. We're in Northeast Ohio, but we have a lot of dogs that go down south to Georgia or out to California. And with that, people need transportation. So we have a couple transportation companies that we use for flight nannies that are extremely professional. So we'll give those people the contact information that they need to contact the transportation. And then once 8 weeks comes and the dogs are able to go home and they're all weaned and socialized and, you know, just good to go, we send all of our puppies out with a goodie bag, kind of help the client and the puppy adjust to new surroundings, you know, chew toys, blankets with mama scent on it, probiotics for upset stomachs, which is pretty common, you know, the dog food that they've been on. And then we give them all the paperwork, AKC, vet evaluations, all that stuff. So if they have any questions, obviously, they give us a call with that information. But most of the people like to come to the farm to pick up their puppies, and we encourage that as well, because then it's a nice face-to-face interaction with the clients. And a lot of times they'll end up staying a couple hours at the farm, and, you know, we'll just visit like old friends. It's really great, honestly. And another thing that does is it allows a client to see the personalities of the mom and dad, so they can kind of understand what they're going to get in the future with their puppy. Now, a lot of clients will ask, let's say they have 2 dogs at home. They'll want to bring their 2 dogs to our farm, and I totally understand and can appreciate a lot of people's concerns. However, our number one priority is the overall health and wellness of all of our dogs on the farm and the puppies. And there's a lot of bacterial and viral things that can be transmitted from dog to dog, even if the dog's asymptomatic. So to protect everybody involved, we have a strict policy that we do not let other people's dogs on our property, and that's just the way it is. And we draw a hard line there because, like I said, the number one thing in our program is the overall health of the entire pack of dogs, if you would say that, with our males and females and the puppies, obviously. So that's one thing a lot of people have asked over the years is like, can I bring my dog? And we're like, hey, we totally appreciate that. However, this is our policy. And everyone that we've ever come in contact with, they've been respectful about it. So then, yeah, the puppies will go home, or, you know, a transportation company will come and pick them up, or if they're doing a flight nanny, we'll drive the puppy to the local airport, either Cleveland or Pittsburgh, and we'll meet them and make sure everything checks out from the flight nanny, check their ID, make sure all their credentials are legitimate. And then, yeah, we usually do a follow-up call and text the day of, a couple days after, and then a week or so. And then a lot of times the clients and us will just kind of keep in conversation throughout the puppy's life, really. And yeah, that's kind of just how the process goes. If you're looking to buy one of our puppies, that's the process. And you know, I've been doing this since I was about 14, 15 years old, so a good 20 years. Started watching an uncle of mine who raised beagles, and I just kind of developed the process on what I would like to see if I was buying a puppy and how I would like to be treated. And, you know, our process isn't perfect, but we work and try to improve every time we have a litter. And the biggest thing with us is just treating people the way we want to be treated. Obviously the golden rule, but in business, we feel like if you really do that, and it is your main purpose, and your main goal is just to make sure people are treated well and they feel really good about buying, obviously, the product from you, the dog, in our case, from you, they're going to be extremely happy, and two, they're going to tell people all about you. Can't tell how many people we have that friends or family have bought a dog from us and then they reach out and buy one. But that's kind of my first extended video on YouTube, trying to kick the new year coming up off strong. I'm going to do a lot of educational videos and how we do things. So if you have questions or you want a video about something, or how we take care of our animals, or what we look for, not only in dogs but in clients as well, or if you're somebody who's interested in a puppy and you have questions, fire away. This is what we do. This is our passion. I feel like this is my purpose in life. So thanks for watching, and till next time. Thanks, guys.